Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you, a little midday money on a Friday. Some call it a football Friday. Those in the know it's a flat Earth Friday. Got to bring that flat Earth back for everybody watching on the replay on the Believe podcast. The link is in the description if you're a podcast fan, if you're not watching us live, because we're live every day, 7 days a week. I know a lot of people coming after the fact. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Let me pull my... The Flat Earth Llama has returned. We'll do some... everybody wants well, not everybody. I know one person mentioned the Christmas llama sweatshirt. How about a Flat Earth Llama sweatshirt for the holidays? Give away nice Easter gift for you. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell here on the YouTube channel, Facebook page. If you're on Twitter, again, the link for Amazon Music, Spotify, Twitter, TuneIn, iHeart, it's all right there if you want to do that kind of stuff. Twitter, Mr. Sean Hicks, come give me a follow. I got some NFL picks because today, you know what? Before we even get to the Twitter universe, let's just run it down. I'll put the picks up in the chat here for the weekend. We'll do a little recap action, a little recap here. All right, so yesterday's plays we'll recap. 4-1 in college hoops in the video. That's the way it was. 107-96. We're down $1.85. I don't want to go 0-4 any day. Premiums go 7-6. And someone on Twitter was like, "Oh, tough day yesterday." I guess they bought a daily package somewhere, and I'm like, it was a plus $45. Now, I've said before, this isn't some get rich quick scheme, right? Everybody wants to go 5-0 in their 5-team parlays. You end up probably going 4-1 and losing money, or 3-2 and losing money there on a 5-teamer. 7-6 is plus $45 for a week. You're up $300. For a month, you're up $1,300. What? I don't understand. And I said this before, especially during baseball season, where we go 3-3 and make like $18. We take a bunch of dogs, or 27 or 45, whatever. If you're on the street, you're not passing a $5 bill on the ground. You're going to pick it up, right? You can say what you want, because I know for a fact no one in here sends me $5 on PayPal, on Venmo, okay, whatever. No one here sending me $5 a day. So why the heck would you think $45 is a bad day yesterday? You can give it to me if you don't want $45. I told the guy. And he blocked me. Okay, that makes sense. Whatever, bro. I don't know. You don't like $45. I ask you for $45 and you want to give it to me. Folks, a win is a win. It is a grind. Anyway, so that's basically the recap in college basketball. We did have NBA. We had Sixers. Somehow the Sixers pulled it out, even though everybody in the chat was on a Sixers. So 25-27 in the video, minus $1.90. No hockey, no college football. There's no baseball yesterday. So there's that. And today's picks, you could leapfrog right here to today's picks in the chat, and there's nothing for today. I have one college basketball game. It's on the site. If you want, use the link. Go get it. Get a week pass, because it's with a promo code. It'll be $31 for the week, as opposed to, I think, $29 just for the one college hoops game today. Not loving anything. Not loving a lot. And NBA, and I'll bring Tim in for some NBA. And this is what I couldn't put all these in here because I'm not betting all these games. On the season NBA, we are 14-15. Not a lot of games. So there's no way I was going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all the college, all the NBA games I like today. Orlando, Knicks, Cleveland, Miami, Nets, Lakers, OKC. So I couldn't, in good conscience, come in here and put 7 NBA free picks out when I've only had 19 for the season. I'll take a pass. You know why? Because I got 144 college basketball games tomorrow I'm starting to look at. So on a light day of college hoops, where I got one game I bet last night, and NBA I'm not going to run to bet at the window at, I'm just going to concentrate on some NBA. And speaking of NBA, Tim, we'll bring him in here, see how he's doing today.
I'm doing well.
Nice,
I
clean
mean,
shaven. Would you get a haircut? You shower this
yeah,
morning? Look
yeah.
like you're nice and clean
Clean
shaved.
shaved my beard. It's fine. Um, uh, Kyrie Irving, I want to throw off the flat earth. He hit a 3-pointer with 10 seconds to go to push my best bet over the total when I had the under. So thank you, Kyrie Irving, for absolutely nothing. But for today,
Kyrie knows you're a glober, and he's a flat earther. So he's like,
yeah, I'm a flat earther.
you.
Come on. I'm not one of
This
them
is.
Glovers. Come on, what are we doing here?
Can we get Globers trending on Twitter? Can we do that today
Please.
somehow?
That'd be fantastic.
Anyways,
Anyways, I am against you on a couple of plays.
I didn't bet any of these. These are just I looked at it. I'm like, you know what? They're a lot of wacky plays. Go ahead. I'm not. You're the
I
expert
am on the Hawks.
NBA.
I'll start off. I'm on the Hawks. The line dropped because they're thinking that Trae Young might not play today.
Okay.
That's why the line is slowly starting to move down. I got it at 4. It's sitting at 2.5. It happens. I'm on Atlanta today. I'm on Dallas. You're telling me that a team that's lost 5 out of their last 6 is a slight dog against a team that's won 4 out of their last 5? I don't know. Miami Heat seem like the better team right now, and it's that close of a game. I'll go ahead and take Dallas on that one. I'm on the under in the Brooklyn and Utah game. I'm going right back to the under just because Brooklyn, since losing KD, has just really struggled offensively. Granted, they have Kyrie now, who's doing his thing, but I'm going to take that one under the total. And then to wrap up the night, I'm going to take the over in Oklahoma City and Sacramento. Sacramento's just been a very high-scoring team. Oklahoma City's been going over lately. Sacramento's number 1 in terms of scoring this year. So I'm going to take that one over. My best bet is in the Clippers and Spurs game. So if you guys want that one, check that out. But those are the 4 plays that I have today.
All right.
Get it.
So, all right. So Twitter, again, here's some NFL in the chat here for the weekend. And Chiefs first half -5.5. Eagles -7.5. And Bengals, I see the line has gone up to 5.5. So you can get a plus $2 on the Bengals. I'll take a shot plus $2 on the money line here. I saw that at that was at BetMGM. The teaser, KC, Philly, Dallas, and that was at Will Hill and BetMGM. Again, this is with the new Cincy line. So I grabbed 11.5. Dallas line's a little different at BetMGM. It's 9. It is with the 6 points there, and the KC's up to 9, so it's down to a 3 as opposed to 2.5. But I just figured people like this kind of stuff. You want to bet it? My thoughts. There you go for the teaser stuff. Twitter, if you're on Twitter, please give me a follow. Come on over, say hello. And we got those up there, and we have a bunch of player props as well coming up there. So we're going to go over those now. I'm just adding them to the free pick thread on the Midday Money. So they'll be all together there because I had to do it in 3 between the 2 days. I kind of break it up, try to make it easy. That way when I come in here tomorrow, it'll be, I could just say, okay, here are today's games. And then here are Sunday's games. I don't know. It sounded like a good idea at the moment, but we'll see how it works out. So, where is the? Okay, let's throw up the first one here with some player props for Saturday because again, short kind of things here. I want to talk a little bit baseball too in a second. Anytime TD KC game, we have. I'm just gonna pull it up so I have the times correct. Right, this is what 4:00 tomorrow, 4:30. Pacheco plus 155, plus 155. Tony 225. Mahomes 350. Yes, we can go. I think Kelsey was a minus money. I'm just looking for kind of plus stuff here. Jacksonville going Kirk and Zay Jones 125 and $2. In the nightcap, Philly and the Giants, Sanders 105, Brown 105, and Smith 160. I got Miles Sanders gas these guys for 140 yards. You know they're going to run the ball. Brown's a guy who's, even with a banged up Hurts, is going to see targets. All right. Smith, another playmaker back there. All plus money. We'll take shots on. Giants again. Barkley was a favorite. I'm not putting a favorite out. And as I say in all sports, you come in here as a new person watching the show, and this guy, he's supposed to be a pro guy, and he's got a minus 150, minus $3, this or that. You're going to find more plus money in here. Jones with his legs. Maybe he hustles in for 1 plus 160. And I'll take a shot on Slayton 250 here. Some wide receivers got to catch a ball here for the Giants. Move on to the early 3 o'clock game on Sunday. Buffalo and Cincinnati. Diggs plus 110. Allen, I think, could hustle one in. And I'll take Knox for $2. And Cincy, all wide receiver action. Chase 110. Higgins 145. Boyd plus 190. Maybe one of these guys doesn't get it, but if I'm getting plus money on all of them, I think it's definitely worth the play. And as much as I'm not a huge prop kind of guy, my props here, I've hit them all. I got a little money on every prop I've thrown out in the chat this weekend. The Dallas game, a lot of Dallas guys in here. Pollard 120, Lamb 175, Zeke's 150, Schultz 245, Gallup 333, Dak plus $4. Now, why Dallas? Obviously, I think there's going to be some points scored here between the two teams, right? Because we have San Fran with Debo, Kittle, Mitchell. We'll get to them in a second. Zeke has scored in 50 straight games or something ridiculous, right? He's going to punch it in. There's going to be some kind of big play. Like, how many times have we seen guys come in and scout touchdowns off somebody, right? Big play, gets down to the 2. Oh, he was down at the 1. Running backs are going to get in here. Pollard, Zeke 150, Elijah Mitchell plus $2. I think McCaffrey was minus a 145, and that's a spot, we could look for a multiple TD for somebody like him. Same thing with Barkley, right? Saquon, 2 plus TDs, 2 or more TDs, we could find probably plus money somewhere. But for here, Pollard, Zeke, Mitchell, all plus money. I think somebody gets punched in. Lamb, Gallup, big playability here to score a touchdown receiving. Schultz is a guy, we've seen him a few times score touchdowns for us. Last week in particular. I do have Dak in here. I think he's got a lot to prove. A lot of haters on Dak. Maybe everybody's thinking it's going to Zeke and Pollard and he runs the bootleg in. Plus $4? I'm a gambler. We're gambling. To San Fran. So Debo, he can do a lot, right? End around. He's good, whatever. Out of the backfield, running, catching. He's good. 145, worth a shot. Kittle, again, this is Purdy's prime target. He's got 7, 8 touchdowns since he's taken over, something like that. And I mentioned Elijah Mitchell. Again, the McCaffrey, I just can't get behind him. Too much. I don't want to lay juice. That's just the way I am. And it is what it is. Those are the props. I'm going to head on over to the comments section to see how everybody is doing on a Friday morning. Let's get them done. Dave was in here at the crack at 11. Welcome, Dave. How are you today? I like Chiefs first quarter, minus 2.5, and Giants plus 7.5. I like the Chiefs. I like them first half. I think they could score in the first quarter. We've seen Jacksonville start slow, not only against Kansas City a couple weeks ago. We saw them start still last week. Yeah, be 7-0 in the first quarter. Could be that's bad. This could be 14-7 in the first quarter. Kansas City. So yeah. Michael, morning show on Crappy Night. Only Arizona came through. Yeah, again, I said in that one, they should win, right? Bad loss. UCLA on deck. Arizona State loser there for me on that side of things. And how about Arizona as this is a 3 o'clock game tomorrow, right? I want to say they're like a little dog. I kind of like them tomorrow. I think they'll probably be a little home dog, a pick 'em for UCLA. Tough day. We bounce back, though, Michael. We bounce back. Lock it in with the king. Flexed out. Look at him flexed out here. I'm good. How are you? Listen, King. You looked a little swollen in the photo. I get it. But you got a sweet little new baby there. But that little baby swaddled up in there. Come on. Fernando's in the house. Good morning. Michael, NBA taking the Magic. Short home dog and taking the Thunder 3.5. Kings off win over Lakers. Yeah, listen. I said I like the Thunder. Sure. I said I like the Magic. I'm with you there. Again, Magic for me, Knicks, Cleveland, Miami, Nets, Lakers. Oh, excuse me, Clippers. Oh, no, it is the Lakers. Excuse me, Lakers over Memphis. My L looks like a C when I put LA. L for the little Los Angeles Lakers. David, I like the Penguins money line tonight. Yeah, there's only 2 games on the ice tonight. I glanced at them briefly, and I'm like, you know what? I know everybody. I'm just not going to come in and say take a game, and it's a 150 home fave. You want to take them? Sure. Colorado on the road. Do I want to take them on the road laying 170? Probably not. I'll just move on. Get ready. Big day tomorrow. Big game. Big games. A lot of games tomorrow for college hoops. Can you taking a day off? Big board. Yeah. Crushing CB right now. Seriously, there's, what do you got? 15 games tonight, something like that. You don't got to run and bet a game. One game stuck out with me last night. That's it. That's what we're going with. I went Isaiah Hodges for the Giants plus 300. He's caught a TD in 4 of his last 6 games. Good spot, Mike. Right? I mean, I'm sure you'll see a lot of who's that Philly cat? Scott catches a TD all time versus Giants. I'm sure you can find something. Why not? 4 and 6. Go for it. Go for it. Michael's coming in. Bengals. I'm going Perrine plus 350 again. He got stopped on the 1 versus Ravens. He's much better receiving and blocking back with the line troubles. I can see him getting more playing time. Yeah, right. They're going to need to get the ball out quick. Go for it. Plus 350, Mike. You're not getting an argument from me there. Anton Rice, how are you doing? I am well. I hope you are doing good. Thanks for popping in on a Friday. I made my COC comment yesterday. They failed to cover. They failed to get the cover, the over, the respect, or their scoring average. Tate, I did write down COC 100 points, and they scored 69. Oh, man. So short little day today. I mean, who are we kidding? There's not a lot out there. I did want to bring up real fast for some MLB talk. So MLB, real quick on MLB kind of stuff here. So they got rid of the shift, and there's bigger bases and stuff like that. They switched the schedule around. So divisional games, right? They dropped 24, 76 down to 52, and interleague games are up 20 now. Right? You get rid of divisional games and go to interleague. Why? Why? I hate interleague from the beginning when it started. It takes away from like the All-Star game. The All-Star game was great because you'd want to watch it because you want to see so-and-so versus so-and-so. Now we get it every year, and it's watered down. And quite honestly, if you're like the Mets Yankees, you got to play each other every year, like 2 good teams, and somebody else, St. Louis gets a bad Kansas City team. I mean, so we have 64 interleague games. How this helps? How about AL East teams? How about AL West teams? So instead of facing the Yanks, Toronto, Tampa Bay, you're going to go face Kansas City, the Tigers, the A's, heck, the Angels. I mean, it totally helps something. How about the Astros in Seattle? That doesn't help them out. They don't have to play each other. They're going to go play some more middling teams in the AL Central. And the interleague, I mean, I don't have the interleague breakdown in front of me. But come on, man. Play division games. And how about the Mets and Phillies and Braves? These guys would just maul Florida and the Nationals, and now you're losing games against those guys?
Yeah, but instead we get extra games against other garbage teams. So,
you know what, though? I mean, this. as a Met fan, you're like, team you like. Whenever they go play a team, they should be like, well, they should go in there and take, sweep 4 games from the Reds. You end up going like 1-3, or
Yeah, exactly.
split a series with them.
We should play good against the Pirates. Lose 3 out of 4.
You play your division. We got to stay ahead of them. So the games mean a little more.
Correct.
I mean, why the division games should be the same? Get rid of some of the interleague. I don't get the interleague. It's not only the interleague, but then it's like, well, you got to face your rival. My rival. Come on. Like the Yanks got to face the Mets, and the O's are going to face a rebuilding Nationals team.
Hey, those will be fun matchups to watch.
Yeah, but when you go 0-3, or your team goes 0-3 versus somebody, and the other guy goes 3-0 behind you, and you're like, what happened here? Because the Braves are playing whoever they're playing and go 3-0 against, and you drop 3 to the end.
But everybody plays the same team, so.
Yeah, but when you get beat by the one team and they beat the other team or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like that. The rivalry teams, they have a straight rivalry. Like, you have an extra game versus the Yanks. They used to in the past, at least. Again, the new schedule is still different. Like, the Mets would play the Yanks, and the Braves were playing somebody else. Like, really?
Boston. Normally they would play Boston?
Playing teams that are down. That's come on.
It is what it is, because some years the Red Sox are up and Braves get a tough matchup, and then the Yankees. Well, the Yankees are never down, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that fair for a Met Yankee fan? Like, oh, the Dodgers playing the Angels. Like, the Angels are terrible.
Yep. I don't know. I guess
I just don't like it. I mean, play more games in your division.
Well, everybody gets 13 games against each divisional rival now, so instead of 19.
Well, that's 6 wins that you could have chalked up if you swept the Mariners or the Marlins or the Nats.
Oh, Mets always have a tough time with the Marlins. I'm all right with not playing them as much. Mets always struggled against the Marlins for whatever reason. Like you saw what we did. Like last year, we're solid against the Dodgers. We had a winning year against the Dodgers. We did well against the Cardinals. We did well against those teams. And we struggled against Pittsburgh. We struggled against Cincinnati. Like, we struggled against the bad teams. So we look at it and go, what is going on here? So, no, I'm all right with not having to play the Marlins as much. I wish we got more games against the Nationals, though. We took care of the Nationals. Besides when Jacob deGrom pitched.
It's
But at the same time, now every single year we'll get the Yankees taking on the Dodgers, and we'll get Shohei coming to New York against the Mets. Like we get we're gonna get a bunch of those bigger games now that normally, like, as a Mets fan, we never get to see the AL West. We never get to see the AL Central. Now I get to talk crap with Lenny every single year when the Mets get to face the Tigers every single year
and lose to them when the Tigers finally get good with their young pitching.
Yeah, I already know I'm gonna hear it from Terry, because I looked at the schedule for when the Mets play the Blue Jays. We play them right in between, like right after the Phillies and right before the Braves. It's like, well, that's not a series we care about. But it should be interesting.
That kind of, I don't know.
Everybody plays everybody.
There's no reason for that.
It'll show that the Central divisions are garbage.
Oh, that's not fair that somebody doesn't get to see Ohtani. But I don't care that the Pirates are bad and they want to see Ohtani. Sorry, get to the playoffs. Maybe you'll see him. Actually, no, you're not, because the Angels are terrible. They're not going to the playoffs either.
Yeah, I was about to say the Angels are garbage.
Les, how are you? Good morning, my friend. How are you? Thoughts on St. Peter's +3 and Colorado in regulation? Listen, it's Colorado plus money in regulation. I don't want to lay 165. I'm not big on the 2 hockey games today. And St. Peter's a team I've said before I do not like. Pete, I kind of like Maris a little bit. It was 2.5 last night. Although Mac, I do kind of lean some dogs and unders here. Usually we see a lot of kind of ugliness. But the only one that really jumped out size-wise for actually, there are a couple. I mean, Canisius was at 4.5. I sort of like there. I mean, Mount St. Mary's is 9. Niagara at 6 against Rider. I don't want to lay with Iona. One of their guys is out, but that doesn't really mean much. I thought that was that Michigan State game yesterday, and stupid me. I should have stuck to my guns. But yeah, again, Rider. This is not last year's Rider team. I do not like Rider. Snow Woman. So I was in Vegas, not Jersey. Not in Vegas right now. And I'll always be Jersey. Dirty Jersey for life, Snow Woman. Although I did book my Vegas trip for August to head out there for a week. Tate the Great. Today I like VCU, Niagara in the points, fairly ridiculous, and Stonehill. All right, so VCU and Richmond. I'm a Spider guy. I lean Richmond there. I said okay with the Niagara at 6. Sure. Fairly ridiculous at 4.5 over Sacred Heart. I don't know. This one, I want to lean Sacred Heart. Again, is it worth putting my money on? No. And who's the last one? Stonehill. Who they got? LIU's bad. I'll lay it. Sure. I mean, anytime I see LIU, they're just getting. Am I right with them getting smashed, or is it just?
Oh yeah, 100% every single game, without fail. Yeah, they're not good.
2-16. I mean, well, they lost by 7 last game. Not bad at home. So I mean,
who are their only wins? Let's see. Against a non-division 1 and a non-division 1.
SUNY Purchase they beat.
SUNY Purchase and CMSV. I don't even know what the name of the school. Let's see. Mount St. Vincent's.
There you go. I mean, look at some of these schools. I mean, on the road they really get beat up. Well, they get beat up everywhere. Who are we kidding?
Let's see. We still have LIU as our worst team. We have them worse than Mississippi Valley and IUPUI.
IUPUI at least covers some games.
Yes, they do.
Big X in the house. What do we got here? Kent State, Richmond, St. John's. I do like Richmond. The Johnnies there, 4 over Nova. They bounced back nicely after they blew that horrible game the one day. I lean St. John's, sure. Kent, 8 now. This was 9 on its way down. I mean, I like the flashes, I guess. Not looking to bet it today. Ricketts to Tate the Great. With the exception of Stonehill, did you read my notes from last night? Michigan was bet on by this Buckeyes for the last time. What a crap show. Again against the Terps. Did they lose? Obviously, I guess I'm guessing they lost last night. And I said in chat, why they smashed them last time. College hoops, teams split all the time. Win at home, lose on the road. I mentioned UConn the other day. 9 years they haven't won a road game. It's tough to win on the road in an opposing team's arena. Especially when they come in, they're playing home because you beat them up the last time they played. Whether it was 2 weeks ago or the year before at home. I mean, it's always the same. Marcos, I hit the like button for you and my guy Tim. Appreciate it. Thoughts on New Mexico, Boise? This is my only game I got on the board, Mike. And I've sold a bunch of them. That's what happens when you're having a nice little college hoops run. I can't put that one out today. Give me a message. Send me on Twitter. I'll tell you what I got. King D's laughing. Yeah, man. Come on. Put that little baby in here. I want to see your yolk out. What is that? Piece of lint on your arm? What is that? Some little spaghetti arms over there? Come on. Pounded Sports coming in. Loving the Johnnies today. Yeah, I like St. John's too. I just go bet them. Again, my one game is out. The cat's out of the bag. It's in the New Mexico Boise State game. Unless Detmers or Shiny's on the bump. I mean, that's the only time they have a shot. It's a terrible team. It's terrible. Braves are pissed they don't get to play the Marlins anymore. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't like the play the teams. Can we get back to where it was like the All-Star game meant something and people want to watch it? All right, you still want to put home field on it? I guess make it a little more. I guess you have to do that because it's such a meaningless game because these guys play each other every year now. Every year they face each other. Ridiculous. Rick, it's all about money. River fans everywhere. I don't like it, but I don't get the calls. Just the bets. Yeah, you and me both, Ricketts. Rob, how's it going? Like in Ball State tonight, he says. Who's Ball State got? I don't think they're playing today. Oh, against Kent State, right? They got Kent. Again, someone else mentioned this. I mean, I think the lines come down from 9 to 8. I mean, I like Kent, but if you want to take a dog, I'm not going to say no. I didn't bet this game. Rob says over the 138. This line has not moved. And VCU is plus 1.5. Now that line's plus 1.5. They were minus 1.5 last night. I like Richmond, as I mentioned before already. I thought about the Johnnies, but they're off that huge road win against UConn. Yeah, that's why the line's gone up there. I mean, it was 4. Was it 5 now? Eric coming in. Higgs, kind of like KC, Philly, but scary due to Hurts getting hurt. Bills hate these guys. So the KC game, I think you got to go. Someone mentioned first quarter here with KC. Sure. First half KC. Sure. Philly, again, I think Philly is going to maybe start out a little slow with Hurts being hurt. Yes. I think they can pull away though, because the Giant offense to me is pretty one-dimensional, and Philly's defense. This isn't the Minnesota defense. Philly defense can play a little defense. They played a little defense in both games versus the Giants this year. You like the Bills and Dallas. Both lines on the move too. Panic coming in. I like one division each year, one team, one East, Central, the West. What do you mean? I liked one division each year, one team, East, 1 year. Well, hold on.
Panic, he does one division each year. He does an East division 1 year, a Central division the next year, a West division. I guess he just bets.
Oh, he liked it when it was okay. I got it. Yeah, because they just.
Oh, you like okay? Never mind. Yeah. You like each year. It normally was like last year for the Mets. They played the AL West.
Yeah, and then it rotated every 4.
And then they rotated and they played the East when they played the Central.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I understand what he means.
I got it. Yeah, I had to break that and decipher that. But yeah, at least I mean, but again, in that a team that's playing a terrible division, and then you come out and you got to play like the. Dodgers and Padres come out with juggernauts, and the Yanks and Boston's usually good, or Tampa's always a tough team, and then you go play. We're playing the Central. I was like one team over 500. Like, come on. Come on. What's in the box? Michael, thank you. You're welcome. Ninja's in the house. Kent State, Ball State over to 138. Someone else said they liked the over in this game. I think it was Rob Thomas shot there, Ninja liking the over. Again, I got no real opinion on this game. And really, when I do the games, obviously I do them before. Hi, it's 11:30, 12:30, whatever it is on a Friday, and I've already got my games numbers up for college hoops tomorrow, a full day ahead of time. And a couple I kind of checked off. I looked at. I'm like, going to take deeper looks at. I don't know. Friday to me, and like last night, I had 13 games. Today, I bet one. I really don't love anything, and I apologize that there's not like a bunch of free picks today. But as I say in here, like I don't just come and just put a pick out just to put a pick out for. Well, you got to watch my show today. I got a free pick. If I don't got a free pick, I want to win. If I bet or not, I still want the game to win, and I couldn't even justify putting out Niagara today +6. That's just wrong. You want to bet? You could. I don't bet to bet. I bet to win. Actually, I bet to make money. Tim's changing up. What happened? You see stripping. He went from a Grand Hill jersey to his Denver jersey.
No. Earlier on in the stream, I decided to take my green tea and dump it into my lap, so I had to go.
Oh.
So I got all of my seat. I had to deal with all that crap. So yeah, no, I had to change. Yes, because of my drink.
Now I know why. I was like, oh, it's changing, getting ready for the game tonight. I gotta say, so I'm doing later on today. I'm doing college hoop tomorrow with Ross Benjamin for NC State, but I'm going to do the Better Odds Show with Kyle Hunter. Now, Kyle, I've known Kyle for well over a decade, and there's not many guys I'd say like go follow. This guy's really good, dude. Kyle. I mean, I'm not a huge total guy, and somehow I'm hitting 60% of college hoops total. Yes, small compared to the amount of games I have. Kyle's college hoop totals. If you want college hoops totals, come listen to the show. It'll be on Twitter. First of all, he's just a nice guy too, you know. And he wins. He's good. He's good. So I figured I'd throw that out there. Him and Kiev. I've done a couple of shows with them over the last couple of years that come in every once in a while. So
by the way, you mentioned the NC UNC game for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was curious because I live about half an hour from UNC. Oh, let's see how much the tickets are. That'd be fun to go to the game, right? $153 each. Yeah, no, thank you.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not. But I know last night.
I mean, just because I compare it to like the cost of like baseball tickets, you're like,
oh yeah. But last night, or yesterday, I was watching Terry's show. I was looking up the slate. I'm like, oh, the Minnesota Wild are playing in Carolina today. So I went on to SeatGeek to look at it. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. And I was able to get tickets for $35 each. I called Nick up. I'm like, hey, you want to go to a hockey game tonight? He said, sure, why not? So we went to the Canes Wild game last night.
Nice.
So,
although I do kind of like North Carolina tomorrow, even though they're going to be probably a little bit of a fave. I do kind of like them, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm not a big NC State person. I live about 5 minutes from the campus. I hate NC State.
It's easy, you know, because that's probably like, oh, I'm going to take it. I'm going to get like 4 or 5 points, whatever. Take the dog. NC hasn't been that good. I don't know. I'm going to lean Carolina there.
Yeah.
Ninja again. Let's say, okay, skip Kent State. What about Iona Manhattan over to 139? I'd say no, because it opened at 141's come down. So I would lean to the under here. Give me the under. And I think I'm going to pull it up. Iona's I thought one of their top scorers is out for the season too, no less. I mean, I could be wrong. Hold on a second. Actually, no. Oh, he's not a top scorer. I thought, is this the kid who's out? I thought there was another guy out for them. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I thought it was a contributor out for Iona. Apparently, it's not. I thought it was a big guy who's out for them. So it's 140 down to 139. And I've said this before, Ninja. And this is the tough part. Who is this line based on? An overnight, somebody they like, they move it down to. All right, because I see other numbers that have this around 143, 144. So, I mean, if you like the over, and if your number is coming to that 144 range, you should be jumping on that because you're getting some 5 points there to play with. H moves. What do you say? Toledo, Buffalo. I'm going to have to say Toledo. This line was 3 last night, and it went to 5. Why? And I kind of like the Rocks a little bit. I was writing down the games. I'm like, all right, come back. I thought about it this morning. Wake up, it's 5. I still like Toledo. I'll like them. I know I don't always take faves. I'll say yes to that. Ricketts. Frank Kuzma net for the Ass tonight. A 408 goals against an 88% save percentage. Yeah, the Avs seem to be sleepwalking a little bit this regular season. You know, I guess they're just getting ready for the playoffs. We see that sometimes. Yeah, Kyle Hunter loves college hoops unders. Yeah, he's good. I mean, college hoops. If again, you see the lines start moving in the morning, sometimes overnight, right? If you're a big numbers guy, your Synergy or wherever you're going to get your uh, shots and stuff like that, pacing, you can make money. I know for a fact because Kyle makes it on his college hoops totals. Steve and Tim, I think the Suns are starting to put their piece together because they have gone over 4 the last 5 days. Offense moving, or is it part of the defense that's being bad too, though, Steve?
Yes, they did get Cam Johnson back and DeAndre Ayton's back in the lineup. Chris Paul, I think, should be back soon, and Booker is still probably out with his groin injury for a while.
As with the Kraken on deck tomorrow. So that's why you get a little backup goalie tonight, because they got a bigger matchup on tap for Saturday. 7-point NFL teaser. 7-point teasers. What are you laying on that, though? I mean, it's bad enough you're laying 130 now. I mean, remember back in the day, they were kind of like even money teasers, Mike? Like they were straight up like 110, maybe 115, like 130s. Mike says Philly and KC. 2-team 7-point teaser. See, why does it seem like, and again, I have them both here in the chat, right? You're teasing down a fade for basically pick'ems. Who's screwing up these teasers tomorrow? Who are the Jags or the Giants winning outright? Because everybody's got them down. Everybody's got them teased down. Eric, let's see you're not you are not on the mush of the century Chiefs Eagles teasers. It is. It's just. I mean, again, Giants at 7.5 is one thing. Giants win outright's totally different. And maybe it's my Giant hate, but I still have Philadelphia hate too. Giants are facing a real defense. They've had trouble against those. I mean, okay, see how go look at the Giants. 3 wins their last 8 games. 4 wins now, whatever. Michael, you got to go buy college tickets ahead of time. Me and my brother go to St. Mary's Gonzaga every year. Bought them beginning of the season. $55 each. 1 year we forgot $255. Yikes. Yeah. Get those season tickets, baby. Works out better. Money management. 2-team teaser, not including Cowboys, says Randy. Well, that was Mike. He said he's going with Philly and KC. A lot of people like the Giants. It's 7.5. 7.5. They lost by 3 last game with backup quarterback. Hurts looks bad. And that's why I think if it's going to be Philly, it'll be Giants first half, Philly for the game. That's why I got Philly in here. I'll take a shot on Philly there. The line ticked up. Giants first half. I can see it being close. Hurts still not 100%. I mean, next week, what do we got? We got, San Fran basically a pick 'em, a 1-point fave over Philly. Philly, I think 2 over Dallas. I heard somebody say KC a 5-point fave over Cincinnati in KC. Fine. Cincinnati again, no problem. Cincinnati to beat them again. And the Bills as I think a 2-point fave on the neutral versus KC. One of these big faves is going down. Obviously the 2 outliers, the Jags and the Giants. I mean, all the other teams, right? They looked really good at points of the year. Wow, they look unbeatable, right? That's what you've heard. Wow, these guys look awesome. You haven't heard they look awesome out of the Giants or the Jaguars all year. So if one of those guys win, we get an upset. Are we going to be shocked if Dallas or Cincinnati wins? No, I mean, we got 2 pretty good teams there. And the big faves in Philly and KC. I mean, you'd have to lean towards KC, the one getting knocked off, because I don't know how healthy their quarterback is. She didn't look that good 2 weeks ago. That was fun if I figured that out, Mike. Michael, everyone's on Giants last time too. I would tease the Giants up to 14 instead of down. Yeah. But you could also see maybe them, I don't say lay an egg, but how about Hurts comes out, he's 100%, and this game is 27-10 at the half, and it's a blowout the other way. a la 48-22. I mean, some spots I would, tease up. See, the Giants are just scary because I think they play into Philly's hands of running the ball. So I could see that not being close, where you tease it down and says Philly basically's got to win the game. Eric, fade Dallas next week if they beat San Fran. The trend is unreal after playing San Fran. Yeah, possibly. I mean, also, I'd be if Philly wins. I mean, that's just another tough. I mean, the road games is brutal. That's 3 playoff road games and 2 to end the regular season. I mean, that's nuts. Then again, who knows? Giants upset, and then that game is in Jerry's rolls for a championship game. And Dallas is a touchdown fave in Dallas. I think Parsons caused Purdy some trouble. Yeah, I mean, as good as he's been, he's still a rookie. And yes, the Dallas defense has struggled, right? We've seen them almost lose to Houston and even the Lions, right? They when this team is playing, I think we forget how they played when Cooper Rush was their quarterback and the defense was like, this is the best in the league. Look at this job that Dan Quinn's doing. Oh my goodness. I mean, all right, you get some hiccups. It happens. So, what do we have? Well, 2 undefeated regular season teams forever. It's tough being great every week. Eric Hurts could get hurt from a hit. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's 100%. But see, that's a spot, where your Minshew mania comes in. And he's looked bad. Not like the flashy guy everybody loves when the Minshew mania starts. Now it's like, oh my goodness. But I always feel when a backup comes in mid-game like that, then that gets tricky for the defense because this guy's going to be running like a chicken with his head cut off, improvising crap, and then it gid bad. Brandon, great. People want the Eagles all so bad they are blind. Fly, Eagles, fly. I know they're blind, Brandon. I mean, did you see the guy play 2 weeks ago? He came out and said he was hurt. I mean, do you read the papers, Brandon? Actually, probably not. You probably don't know what the newspaper is. Have you read the blogs or seen it on TV? Think the guy looked good 2 weeks ago? You think he looked good? Devontae Smith in the house. Welcome. Greetings from Cleveland. Michael, true about no teaser unless it's small money just for fun. Yeah, I would not bet real money on a teaser. I have $50 on the Giants, 14, Chiefs -1.5, San Fran, and the Bengals. Worth a shot. It's fun. And I don't like this time of year. I'm not going to say I don't come in and do stupid stuff like this, right? I mean, I get it. But as I say, when you add them up after a season, you try these fun things. Yeah, that 50 turns into like 700. Something ridiculous. You're like, what the heck did I do? Steven Porter got screwed with Boston last night. Last 3-shot foul was called for Golden State. Bogus foul. Replay showed the Boston player never touched. Game happens. So, again, no thank you for the NBA. No betting allowed, Steve. Tough. Again, I didn't watch a game, especially not watching a regular season NBA. You're out of your freaking minds. Not happening. Although I said I kind of liked Boston in here, right? I mean, Golden State has 5 road wins? Michael, thoughts on over/under Dallas game? Want to go under? Good defense, but historically these teams play to the over. I think this. Why don't you get a little? See how it goes in game. I sort of want to lead under myself with the defenses. I think we have 2 good defenses, believe it or not. Steven says Dallas will not beat the Niners. I'm not bringing a pen out for that because it's not, that's strongly worded enough for me, Steven. PJ Harvey is down by the water. Singer, anybody know PJ Harvey? Eagles +9.5, under over 32.5. There's a little tease action. How'd you get Eagles 9.5? What did you buy on this? What did you buy on this to get Eagles +9.5? Oh my goodness. Brandon, great. It was a vanilla game plan. Hope the Giants believe the noise. Game in a bag. Best coach. Blah blah blah. A vanilla game plan for Philly? How? I understand you want it's a kind of a vanilla game plan. On the same token, your guy hadn't played in a couple weeks. Don't you want him to kind of get into a groove? No. Let's wait till we go face a team we see again for the 5th time in 2 years. And I'm not saying Giants are better than Philly. I think Philly should win this game 10 out of 10 times. I just feel, like I said last week during that game, I would have had Minshew come out. I'd rather have Hurts 100% and come in this game ready to go. But maybe he got the cobwebs out. Maybe he's good to go. Maybe he's going to hustle around a little bit. Put the legs to use. We're going to find out. We're going to find out tomorrow night, Brandon. Will Georgia 3P next year? Ugh. I don't think so. Tough repeat. I mean, Stetson Bennett back for his 9th year. I'm going to say no to the 3P. I mean, again, do I have somebody to come in and take their place? I mean, maybe USC, I guess, is going to be a trendy pick with the quarterback. I mean, Georgia and Alabama are obviously 2 programs that just reload in the QB position, but again, I don't know who their quarterbacks are. TJ says over the 32.5. Over 32.5 and Eagles plus 9.5. Yeah, well, it looks pretty good to me. I mean, but again, what are we laying there? 1,000 to win 100? What is that? I mean, I don't even know what that is. Devontae Smith coming in. Knicks cover the spread. Yes. Trae Young out. Pelicans over the Magic. Pick'em's the no. See, Knicks, yes. I like the Magic. Cleveland game. I do like Cleveland, yes. Mavs, money line. I got no opinion on that one. No opinion there. Although, hold on a second. No, it's Miami, right? No, I do like Miami in that game. I apologize. Jazz minus 6.5 against Brooklyn. I kind of like the Nets. And Nuggets 11.5. It's too risky. Lakers plus 7. Grizzlies win, don't cover. I like the Lakers to cover there. And Thunder plus 2.5. I like OKC. So Devontae, I didn't put them in the chat because there's so many. And honestly, I don't bet a lot of NBA. Orlando, Knicks, Cleveland, Miami, Nets, Lakers, OKC was what I kind of thought of today. I didn't. Just wrong to put 7 NBA free picks in here. I can't do that. But if I go 7-0, I'm going to definitely say I'm adding them to my free pick record. But Ricketts, Eagles plus 9.5, minus 50. Oh, easy, bro. That's like a Nick Hunt play. Remember, Nick was in here late at 32,000 on Iowa money line. He's still trying to work that one back. Hey, Brandon, sorry I had the AT&T guy come this morning. That's all right. You're here now, Brandon. Thanks for coming in. Michael, never buy points. Band up paying 110 juice, paying 120, 130s over the long haul. You may have more wins, but you'll lose more money. So what? You don't think it's good laying 15,000, Mike? Come on, easy money. Any NFL player props I love. Well, I don't know if we love. I mean, I bet all these for tomorrow. Pachenko, Tony, Mahomes touchdowns for KC. Kirk and Jones for Jacksonville. Anytime TDs. And in your Philly game, Sanders, Brown, Smith, anytime TDs. And we have Jones and Slayton anytime TDs. It is scrolling underneath. And it's also on Twitter. It is also in the Twitter universe. Brandon, great. If you're on Twitter, come give me a follow, Mr. Sean Higgs. And they're posted on my tweets there, whatever that is. Timeline? I don't even know what it's called. My profile. Literally less than the money line at Will Hill. TJ, so Will Hill has a plus 9.5 and a over 32.5 up there for even money. Less than a money line. Hold on. Tim, can you get on the Will Hill site in your state or no?
No.
You're totally
Well-
blocked. You can't even go to it and pull up odds.
No, it always I try to go there, and then I can get onto like DraftKings, FanDuel, and Barstool, but that's about it. I can't get on MGM or Caesars. They just because in order to log in order to see the odds, I have to log into an account.
I got you. Stephen Porter Pelicans are 2-6. ATS last 8 meetings. Well, again, I like the Magic in that one. Devontae, thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, Devontae. I just figured I'd throw out my NBA. Again, NBA is not my favorite sport to bet on. 19 games I bet this year. I'm down $8. So, again, to come in and put 7 out here, I couldn't do that. I mean, what do you think about the Rockets for tomorrow? I'm not worried. I'm not even going to talk about NBA tomorrow. I have 144 college basketball games. I'll have 20 to bet on. I'll have another half dozen in the chat here for you. Michael, thanks, guys. Got to get back to work. There you go. I hear you. I get back to work crunching college hoops numbers for tomorrow. Carl, I lost every football bet I made last week. I'm in Missouri, so I got old-fashioned book, which stinks. What can you do? Listen, nothing wrong with a local old guy. I like the local guys. Call up. Carl, when you call up, do you put in like timers, or do you say say give me 40 times, or do you gotta say $220 or $200 on the Jets or whoever? Brandon's neck. Oh my goodness. Hope you're okay. Don't break your neck. Ryan Page, I like Richmond tonight. I do like Richmond tonight. I do like Richmond. If it was a forcing me to put out a pick in the video today for college hoops, and it's not the game I did bet tonight, it would be the Richmond Spiders. Yes. All right. Well, there's some player props. Again, not much going on today. It just is what it is on a Friday. Tomorrow, obviously, some college basketball being played and some NFL. So be back tomorrow for Midday Money. Hope to see everybody there. Thanks.